Good morning. Welcome to Oregon Photo Walks, where one of us is over 70.
And the other one is not far behind.
And photography changes as we get older, but not how people think.
We'll get into it after the intro.
Good morning. We're going to talk about the important changes that happen to you as a photographer after the age of 70. Okay, first thing is physical limitations. As I've gotten older, I've noticed, I do have limitations. I can't put on the pack and hike that 20 miles and get to the top of the mountain, things like that. And so my shooting now is a lot more closer to the truck, smaller hikes, lighter gear. It's very important. As a young man, I was a production carpenter, and I had a lot of injuries and things like that I'm paying for now. In fact, one of the things, in a couple weeks, I'm going to have a knee replaced. And so I'm really facing those physical changes. It's okay. I'm over the age of 70. I'm not 20 anymore, but I still love photography, and I know I can still make even better photographs now.
I've got a knee issue as well. I've got physical therapy coming up starting next week. So I consider these things to be temporary. I'm hoping by summertime we can hit the trails again. But even so, that may slow us down a little bit, but it doesn't stop us.
And so one of the things that I've found is that my shooting strategies are different. Again, like I said, I'm a little closer to the truck. I take shorter walks. I'm careful where I go. I can't kneel down, and so most of my shooting is at a high level, for heaven's sakes. Or I find other ways to be able to get that. I can flip my tripod upside down and make the camera, work for me. It's one of those things where I realize now I'm at this age, I'm starting to document a lot more. It's more documentary. I'm shooting the same places at different times, different seasons, different lights, and things like that. And I'm finding that joy in doing so. Shooting is different. It's more deliberate now. I look at what it is, I see that photograph, and as I learned, the photograph is in me, not in the camera. The camera is the tool in which I can capture what I see. And so I take more time to do that.
Yeah, just like Rick, I can't get down low to the ground much anymore. But there are adaptations. Those wonderful LED screens on the back of our camera, they're movable. You can adjust them to different angles, and that's a godsend. It really is. I can hold my camera down low and flip that screen up, and I can compose my shot and focus, do whatever it is I need to do. As far as the documentation, if you've been shooting for a period of time, you might find yourself going back to the same location time after time after time, and that's okay. You can do documentation. We've got a good illustration of this where one of the trees on the cliff that Rick likes to photograph had fallen down, and we've got, thanks to his documentation, we've got a before and after, so you can see exactly which tree fell and how that changed the landscape a little bit.
And one of the things, too, to remember, Marilyn is a wildlife photographer. Doesn't do a lot of documentation, but it is a change in light, change in scenery, change in background, sometimes different animals, too.
Yeah, and here at the coast, you've got your tides that change. We've got high tide, low tide, king tide, negative tide, and I'm sure there are a couple more that I've missed. But yeah, you can photograph the same scene in different lights, different time of year, different seasons, day, night, different lighting conditions, what have you.
One of the things I need to talk about is my philosophic change of photography. And that is that I approach it with a lot more patience now. I've got some shots that I've been waiting to get for a long time, what feels like a long time. And especially today where we have cameras that are instant. We got a camera on our phone, and I've noticed a lot of people just roar up to a place, jump out of the car, grab their phone, and boom, they got a photo, they jump back in the car and they're gone. But my philosophy has changed. I used to do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's the way some people like to do things. I like to sit and really enjoy myself and find those photographs that are around me, and I can do that. One of them is a photograph of some of the dunes by us. It's taken me 2 years of waiting for the right conditions. The tide needs to be in, maybe there's some fogs, maybe some sunbeams, and I'm waiting. It's 2 years so far. I did get make a photograph a while back, and it just was not the photograph I saw. And that's really, I think, what's changed for my shooting philosophy, my philosophy of photography, is that now I look for those shots and look for the beauty and have patience and let it develop. It's important to me. It's what I'm leaving behind eventually. And I'm still shooting almost every day to make sure that I have a lot and see everything that I can see. The world around me is beautiful, it's amazing, and I want to see it all.
Now, patience is not my middle name, never has been, but I have a story similar to Rick's. I have a shot of a kingfisher. He was sitting on a wire when I took this shot. I was so excited to finally see one. That's the only photo I've gotten because I've seen so many since then, but they've all been sitting on a wire. And that, I've got that. I don't want any more of those. I want to see a kingfisher sitting on a branch or on a wood post, something organic, just, not a wire. And so I've waited. It's been over a year. It may have been 2 years ago I got that shot, but I'm always on the lookout for the kingfishers on a branch.
And the Don Kings of the bird world.
Oh yeah, they've got some really interesting hairdos, they really do.
One of the things that changes when you get older is that you can't carry a pack like you used to do, like I used to do when I was 20. I mean, I never thought anything about throwing a 30, 40 pound pack on and hiking 20 miles. And I just can't do that anymore. I'm not 20 anymore. So, I had to change things. You have to make things lighter, you have to make things easier for you, or you're just going to give it up. And I'm not giving up photography. It is the thing that really inspires me. It's the art that I do, and it's important. And so there are some things that you need to consider if you're going to continue this way after the age of 70. Okay? So one of the first things I did is I got myself a smaller bag. This is a Low Pro Professional. It's really easy. It carries my essentials in it. It's the things that I need, and that's all. Okay? So real easy to get into. It fits behind the seat in my truck. It goes everywhere with me. I have a shoulder strap. It goes cross-body, and the camera hangs on that right at my right hip, and I'm ready to shoot within seconds. Anytime I need it, it's right there for me. This is, of course, a Z5. It's one of the lighter mirrorless cameras. I've got a 28 to 400 lens on it, and that covers pretty much everything. If it doesn't, I do carry in my kit, I've got my 14 to 24, and I've got everything covered from 14 to 400 millimeters. What more do you need? In my bag too, I carry LED. If I need a little bit of light, pop some light on something, if I'm trying to do a macro or something like that, then I've got a little LED panel. With this too, of course, I carry my lens hoods. Everything has a lens hood. This is my magnetic one for my 14 to 24. I've got a case filter that's neutral density. This is magnetic. And I got to tell you, magnetic lenses, filter covers are the best that you can get. I mean, makes things so much easier. All I have to do, if I'm using that, put my 14 on my camera, pop this on, and I'm good to go. And then of course you got your polarizers, neutral densities, and that pretty much covers everything that I've got in the kit. Like I said, it's much easier to lighten your load and to go on shorter trips. Like I said, don't think you're gonna have to weight yourself down with a 30-pound, 40-pound pack and hike up that hill. That's not me anymore. I used to, I loved it, but you know, there's limitations we face when we get to be our age, and that's okay. Enjoy the ride.
My system is a little bit different from Rick's. I carry 3 smaller bags, and when I say carry, I mean that they're locked up in the truck, and I just take out what I need when we go on the trail. Okay. So the first one is this bag. This has all my mirrorless kit. It's a very small, lightweight. I have my my Z50 fits in here along with 3 other lenses. Right now it has the 40 millimeter on it, but this is what, the 12 to 28 power zoom, which honestly I haven't even used yet. My 50 to 250, and underneath this 50 to 250, there's a battery charger with a spare battery. They're kind of like double deck. And then this is the 24 millimeter prime. And underneath this is the FTZ adapter, double decker again. They fit nice that way. But so yeah, 1 camera, 4 lenses, a lens cloth, battery charger, extra battery, and FTZ adapter all fit in this little kit. So this is my mirrorless setup. Very small, and it's lightweight. And then I have my backup camera. This is my DSLR. It's a Nikon D7500. Yeah, 7500. And it has a Tamron 18 to 400 millimeter lens on it. Now this is heavy. But this range in this lens, I can shoot pretty much anything. So this is always my backup, and it's always, I take it in the truck with me every time we go out shooting. The only other thing in this bag is this is a magnetic 10-stop neutral density filter, and I haven't used that yet with this camera. Maybe soon. So that's the backup. It still works perfectly well. I'm never going to get rid of it, not in the near future anyway. And then my third bag, this is my little accessory bag or a gadget bag. It weighs nothing. This is tiny. And this is, like I said, all my bags stay in the truck, and I just take out what I need. If I need an extra lens, I can put it in my pocket, or I might just put it in here and bring this with me just because it's so light and it has a shoulder strap. I have my magnetic filters. See, this is a polarizer and variable ND filter all in one, and then a mist filter. And I just got this set. I haven't used them yet, but I will. And then a step ring so I can put these filters on my 50 to 250 for the mirrorless if I want to. And then last, I have this little Lens Baby lens. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Lens Baby. They're interesting lenses. You can get a different one for all kinds of different effects. This is a Sol 45, SOL Sol 45. And it has a clear spot of focus in the center and then blurs around the edges. And I don't use it like I should. I haven't used it very much, but I want to start. So that's always in my bag. I figure if it's with me, I'm more likely to use it, right? So that's it for all my bags. I like the separate ones because they're just lighter and easier for me to carry.
A couple more things that I should mention too about making the load lighter is that I drive a truck and I've got a nice hard top on it, and so I can keep my equipment in there. And you know, the equipment that's in there, I've got a hard Pelican case, and that's where I have my D750. It's still a wonderful camera. It's a good backup for me. But you know, it's like 3.5 pounds, and then you're gonna put a lens on it, and it all of a sudden I'm walking around with like 5 pounds, and it's a lot. It does wonderful, and I used it for years, and I love that camera. I'll never get rid of it, but it's just a little too heavy for me now. So I keep everything in that case. It fits in the back of the truck with my tripods and everything else, and it's all good, and that helps lighten my load a lot. Some of the things that, other things that I do, well, like I say, you know, don't leave home without these. These are very important for people of a certain age, shall we say. You need to check the back of your camera, maybe chimp a photo, and make sure that it's sharp, and before you move on, so that you can redo it if you didn't get the angle that you wanted, or to get the subject matter in your photo that you wanted. It's very important, and that's the thing that we do, and we'll talk about that in a little while, about being deliberate and having patience, because this is a wonderful, wonderful thing that we do. Some people call it a hobby. I call it my artistic self. This is how I fulfill myself, and it is something that increases my pleasure of life.
Before we wrap up, we thought we'd take a minute to recap.
There's some physical limitations, of course, so we've learned to adapt. Staying a little closer to the truck, choosing shorter walks, carrying lighter gear, and yes, sometimes even bringing along our readers.
But in some ways, those limitations have actually changed how we shoot for the better. We find ourselves working more at eye level, taking advantage of simple adjustments like flipping the tripod center column or using the LCD screen to get lower without having to get all the way down.
And more than anything, we've become more patient and more deliberate. Sometimes just documenting what's in front of us instead of chasing something else. And in the end, the rewards are still there. The fresh air, a bit of exercise, the chance to be creative, and the time we get to spend with others who enjoy the same things. It might look a little different than it used to, but it's still just as meaningful. Keep on shooting, folks.
And now we'll leave you with a few of our favorite images in the photo gallery.
Started from the bottom, now I'm on the rise. No more chasing dreams that they might not find. I was told to follow, but I made my way. They can keep the rules, I'm here to stay. Every move I make, it's on my own. Got no need to fit into your mold. This is how I live, no one's in control. Do it like I want, I'm unstoppable. My way, taking over like a tidal wave. My way, I'm never turning back, no shame. can try to push,